easy. Part B and C, again, the technique remains the same. Do only easy questions first. Part B, out of 6, 4 will be easy. Part C, out of 8, 5 would be easy. 3 plus 5 plus 5, 13. 13 questions would be damn easy. This is how the reading is done. Let's talk about some reading questions from part B and C if you would like. Which questions would you like to do? Generally asking. I'm not very pro these days because I'm not doing a lot of reading. So, फिर भी, like, should I do this question? Generally, it has come to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me do any question like this question has come to me. But as member of surgery, nursing staff can remove dressing. Okay, first of all, read the paragraph. Post-operative dressing. Dressings are an important component. Again, now there are techniques in this also how to save time. First of all, always remember the keywords of the question. Nursing staff can remove the dressing if. So that means he's asking about the condition. So make a question simple in your mind. When a nurse can remove a dressing? This is the question. Dressings are important. In this line, my answer cannot be there. All dressings applied during surgeries have been done. In this line, my answer can't be there. It is acceptable for the initiation to be removed prematurely in order to have the wound reviewed, and in certain situations, apply a new dressing. So until now, my answer is not there, but I am getting situation. When can a nurse remove the dressing? So these situations, what was that? It is acceptable to be removed prematurely. Okay. These situation when the dressing is no longer serving its purpose. That means when dressing is not solving its purpose, dressing falling off, excessive exudate, soaking through the dressing, resulting in suboptimal, or when a wound complication is suspected. So if it can lead to, so answer number, option number A, a
B.
member of the surgical team is present. Something like this has been given,
No.
eliminated.
No.
There is a severe leakage from the wound.
Yes. B.
Yes. B.
Now I'm gonna teach you something very special. This is answer. This is the answer. But in the final exam, these words I say it's adjective or adverbs. This is basically severe. Suppose if in this paragraph excessive word is not given, then I can't do this answer. This is what is elimination. There is a leakage from the wound done. But when severe, these are the words you need to pay attention. These are the words I call adjective or adverbs. That if severe word is given, then in the paragraph also something like this should be there. Like in this paragraph, we have got excessive, and this is the same fundamental for listening, my dear. This is what I say elimination. But yeah, part B is the answer. This is an easy question. So obviously we did not have any problem. They believe that the wound has healed. Nothing like that has been given. Wound has healed because they were talking about removing the dressing prematurely. Otherwise, this line makes sense. Nursing staff can remove a dressing if they believe the wound has healed. But nothing like this has been given in the paragraph. So obviously we will not do C. But logic is there for C, but we will not do C because we have to do reading according to what has been given. Easy? Easy? Now
Yes,
let's
sir.
let's do some part C questions. Should I do part for question number one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm just doing it randomly. Whatever question, if you will say question number two, I will do two. That is not a problem. I'm just generally seeing what is. But in question number, again, please learn what are the words to notice. In question number 7, options, what I am noticing is could. Could can be my answer. Can, could, may, might have the highest chances of being an answer. So A can be my answer, generally saying. Now, in the option number B, merely word is very important. Merely means hardly. So this is again ly word, adverb, which you have seen in my videos what I talk about. This word is very important. In the option number C, lacks any form of convincing. Any word is very important. And D would require further investigation before it was fully understood. Before and further investigation, further words are very important. So do you guys realize that how these words play an important role in an option? Could. So the words I am noticing is could, merely, any, or further. These are the things that will help me to find the right answer. Any doubt in this, please? You can ask me any doubt before we go further, because I won't be able to do all the 25 questions. We just need to understand two, three questions. That what I want is your mind should be willing to see these options. So when you see these options, it is very clearly given. Merely is ly word. Ly words are important to be noted. Now I will take I will go to the paragraph. Like before I go to the paragraph, question is the first thing I should know. Question is the most important thing. The two reports in this question, my important word is two reports. If something is given in the one report, even if it is matching, it is not my answer. I want two reports. The two reports mentioned in the first paragraph both concluded that homeopathy. That means I need to find a common factor. In the final exam, when we are in the rush, we see one of the reports, we see the word conclusion, we do one of the options. These are the common mistakes people do. Even in the listening, again, the thing remains the same. If you are reading question paper well, your listening will also improve the same way. So when you will start paying heed means attention, heed means care. When you will start providing care, heed, and attention to your reading, things will become. Now my question is clear in my head. Both concluded that homeopathy. Okay, let me see. Now I'm reading it for you. For many, homeopathy is a simply unscientific, but regular users hold a very different view. Homeopathy works by giving the patients very dilute substances that in larger doses would cause very symptom that need the curing. Suppose if I am having some toxicity, so they will give me in very small substance. Homeopathy is like they will give you in very small amount. Whereas if you give that medication in the larger dose, this will cause the same problem. Taking small doses of these substances derived from the plants, animals, or minerals strengthen the body ability to heal and increasing the resistance to illness. Or that is the theory. The debate about now, again, I'm telling you very small important tips. Now in these things, my question means these lines are wastage for me in the final exam. That is where I save time. When you say part B and C, people don't have time. This is the reason. I want the word conclusion and I want two reports. Until now, neither there is any report, neither there is any conclusion. These all lines are waste for me. So in these lines, you go faster. Recently, Australia's National Health and Medical Research released a paper which found there were no health conditions for which there was reliable evidence that homeopathy was effective. So homeopathy was not effective, one report says. This echoed a report from the UK. Then another report came from UK, House of the Commons, which said the evidence failed to show credible physiological, yeah, that means functional mode of action for the homeopathic products. Means even Australia and UK both are saying the same thing, that there is no credible evidence to show that it has any physiological, means functional side of action, and that what data were available showed homeopathic products to be no better than placebo. They are just the placebo. They are no better than placebo. They are just the placebo. Yet Australians spend at least $11 million per year on homeopathy. Okay. So could you please tell me the answer anyhow? What are the reports? What according to reports? Do you think it could be harmful if not used properly? Anything like then given? Anything like this given? Guys, please participate. Then we will have fun, na?
No.
There is one line that was given, if taken in larger doses would cause the very symptoms that not curing. So it can be my answer if I do not find any other good option, ma'am. So if you give in large doses, it can be harmful because it will produce the symptoms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Part B merely works on the same basis as placebo effect. That is now I need to now see I am focusing how I am saving time. Now I am focusing on the last second line only. Homeopathic products are no better than placebo, but do they have the same basis as placebo effect? Anything like this has been given?
No.
Yes,
Same
not
basis. No.
given. Because they are saying they are not better. They are not saying they work in the same basis or different basis. So B option becomes eliminated. And anything like merely word is given, ly word is given,
No.
No.
then it makes me even more sure that this is not my answer. This is how simple it is. And that is why people lose marks. Lacks any form of convincing proof of its value as a treatment. This can be the answer. Now I need the word any. This echoes a report, physiological, first, there were no health conditions for which there was reliable evidence. No reliable evidence was there. Echoed a report that showed a credible physiological mode of action and that the test showed no better than a placebo. So even C can be answered, lacks any form of convincing form. What do you say? C can also be my answer. Would require further investigation before it was, and nothing like this has been given. So
No.
now I am just confused between A and
No.
C. Guys, any guesswork? I want to
The
do A.
answer A.
A.
Yeah, I want to do A because just because of the word could, but it can be
Good.
C
Yeah.
as well. But it can be C as well because it does not have any convincing proof. Evidence nahi hai. So it can also be the answer. Now in the final exam, I will not think about it again and again. Okay, but no value as a treatment. But they are not saying it does not have a value for the treatment. Even C option is wrong as well. But let's see the answer first because I'm doing reading after a long time. I want to do some cheating. Sorry.
The answer A.
Where is this?
C.
C.
No.
C. C is the answer.
C.
Hmm.
Yes.
So again, confused between A and C. Now this also is something I have done wrong as well. But A and C both were equally good. But C, I did it because of the word could. But could you please tell me what can be the reason of A being wrong?
I don't think so. They write down if not used properly.
Yeah, because they said if it is used in the large doses, they will create the symptoms, but they never said the word it would be harmful. Got the point?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Again, that is why I'm teaching you this way because I want to sit with you in the exam. I don't want to know the answers. But that is where we get wrong at times. But normally, could wala option would be the strongest, but the only problem was harmful word. But otherwise, A is not a completely wrong option. Means in the final exam, if I have to do it, I will still go with A. But C was also given clearly that it does not have any evidence. So A and C both were correct, but by chance they have given C. But again, this question is something I will not discuss more. But in final exam, maybe I would have done A. Trust me, and maybe it would have been wrong. It would have been right as well because yes, it is producing some symptoms, but harmful word is not given. So that was the only problem with this. But otherwise, could word is important in the final exam. And if not used appropriately, that means if used in the larger doses, would produce the very symptoms. Symptoms are actually kind of harmful as well. So A option was not very wrong. So
I
again,
have one question.
yes, please, ma'am.
Suppose if we put like wrong answer in that MCQs, do we have that a negative marking in reading
No,
section
no, never, never, never. We don't have any negative marking
in whole exam?
in whole exam. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you very much. Some people have questions like I'm doing just 12 question as well as again because we would have limited time and you will get tired. But let's do 12th question because some people say that we have problem with these kind of question. Greg Cope uses the expression wonderful outcomes to underline. Okay. So let's see. First of all, read the question, then read the paragraph. Okay. The question of the placebo effect invariably arises as the studies repeatedly seem to suggest that whether benefits are being derived from homeopathy are more of a product of the patient faith rather than any of the active ingredients. So they are talking about placebo effect inevitably arises that homeopathy medications are a product of patient faith, that it happens psychologically rather than any active. However, Greg Cope, now first line was not that important for me because again my question is just about what is the meaning of wonderful outcomes and why Greg Cope has used the wonderful outcomes. That is the only question I need to answer. However, Greg Cope dismisses this out, pointing that homeopathy appears to be benefit even for the skeptics. Skeptics means now vocabulary. There are like almost 8 to 9 videos of vocabulary on our channel. Please watch those vocabulary. I also keep you forwarding those vocabulary every now and then. These are repeatable words. Skeptics is also part of that vocabulary, which is there on the YouTube or our channel. Skeptic means the people who are not sure. They are always doubtful. So, Cope pointing out that homeopathy appears to benefit even the skeptics. Might word is very important to be noticed always. We might see kids first. So now please understand this paragraph and please mute your microphones, all of you, by chance if there is any background noise. So please understand. Greg Cope says, please understand this statement. We might see kids first. Now kids can neither be positive nor be negative. You all agree? Kids are neither positive nor agree. So that is why he wants to say by this statement that first of all kids come, then their mom, and then a couple of years dad will follow. That means Greg wants to say that homeopathy works even for the skeptic people, even for the people who are neutral. So then dad will follow, and even though he is only there reluctantly, we have got wonderful outcomes. So what does this line say about the wonderful outcome means? That the homeopathy works very effectively even for the people who are doubtful. Everybody agrees? Everybody is
Yes.
Yes,
okay
sir.
with
Yes,
this?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This cannot be explained simply by the placebo effect. So overall, they want to say this cannot be explained by the placebo effect. As a patient, Joshna Ashmore is aware scientific research does little to support homeopathy, but can still see benefits. There is a girl, she can see the benefits, but she knows that scientific evidences are not there. If seeing now what she says is if seeing my homeopath each month improves my health, I am happy. I don't care how it works. Even if it's all in my mind, I just know that it does. If it works, it works. So that means she said, I don't have problem whether it is working due to my psychological effect or what, but I'm happy that it is working. Okay, so everybody has understood. So in the final exam also, again, now please, I'm teaching you slowly. So obviously we are taking time. But in the final exam, let me at least give you a flash. You will read the question. You will say Greg Cope, wonderful outcome. Why is he using the wonderful outcome? Just 2 seconds of thought. Greg Cope, wonderful outcome. Why is he using? Then you read Greg Cope says first kids will come. So basically, Greg wants to say that even the people who do not believe in it still works. Then he gives an example of Ashmore, and he says, and she says, if it keeps me happy, so make it very simple in the exam. Don't waste any time. Just do it fast, and then you reach to this, and you read the question again. The ability of homeopathy to defy means refuse its scientific critics. I'm not sure. The value of patients' belief in the whole process. This is a tough question. The claim that he has solid proof that homeopathy works, at least C is not my answer. Can I eliminate C?
Yes, sir.
Okay, at
Yes,
least
sir.
one is eliminated. The way positive results can be achieved despite people doubt. This can be my answer because people are
Yes.
doubting still.
Option D.
Yeah, so it should be
D.
D.
D is
And
the
let's
correct
check the
answer.
answer. I'm not sure. Because again, the way the positive results can be achieved. So this was a direct question, but only C
Yes.
was being eliminated. So some questions are direct, so you can't say only the elimination method. Again, I'm telling you in the exam, 13 questions would be easy. 5 plus 5 plus 3. But you have to skip difficult questions. You can't do difficult questions. Let me tell you again, like when I was confused in the question number 7, if I keep on thinking again and again, ultimately I will go with my intuition A or C. Why am I wasting time? I just put two dots. There is a small dot before A, I will like to put, and then there is a small dot. Sorry, again, this touch screen is making me crazy. Okay, I will put a small dot in terms of A. In terms of A, I will put a small dot. In C also, I will put a small dot. That's it. And then I will do it later, whatever my mind will say. Are you getting my point? Could be harmful if not used appropriately. Otherwise, I know the
Yes.
major topic was this, that there is no. Oh my God. See, that is why I say reading requires so much of practice. Can you tell me A and C why A is wrong? Oh gosh, how bad I am in reading now. Can you tell me why A is wrong? This will
The
solve
harmful
this
one
will solve
is
all your
against.
problems. What I want to teach would be over. Why? Why A is right, but why is it wrong? Do you know why? Now let me tell you. Because I'm doing reading after a long time, this is what it does. The question was two reports conclusion. I told you in the very start that question answer cannot be here. Even if my larger doses line was correct, but main conclusion was here. So it could have never been A. Please, if you do not understand this, ask me. This will again make our reading very easy.
So can you explain this one, please, again?
Sir, it's so simple. When I started teaching you, I said I have to read the question very nicely. Two reports and what the two reports concluded. Now I will read the paragraph. Homeopathy works by giving this and this. If taken in the large doses, it will cause the symptom. So this line is exactly the same as my option. Could be harmful if not used properly. The line is completely correct, but it is not the conclusion of two reports. Then we read this or that is the theory. Then we came here almost in the center. When report of Australia came, it said that homeopathy was not effective. Then the report of UK also echoed the same thing that it is not effective. So the two reports were making just one conclusion that homeopathy was not effective. They were not saying if they are used in the larger doses, it will cause symptoms. That is a truth, it will cause symptoms, but this is not the question. So we have to answer our question. Question was the two reports mentioned in the paragraph. Do you understand? Please, if you don't understand, ask me 1,000 times. This will make your life easy, guys. अगर आपको ये पॉइंट समझ आ गया तो समझो आज हम यही सीखने आए थे. दिस वॉज द
Yes,
ओनली
sir.
पॉइंट वी केम हियर
I've
टू
got
लर्न.
you now. I've got
प्लीज
you, sir.
अगर किसी को भी समझ नहीं आया पूछ लो, बिकॉज if anybody has not understood ask me, because this is the only thing that will change our life. Because समझो ना, अगर अभी मैं पेपर में नहीं होता, if I would have been in the exam, I would have never realized. क्योंकि जो गया वो गया. Once it's gone, it's gone. So my question was, what did the conclusion of two reports was? This line is absolutely correct. Could become harmful. Yes, it is given that if used in the larger doses can be harmful because it will produce symptoms. But that is not the conclusion of two reports. Conclusion of two reports answer is here. It's not here. Got it, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So
Yes,
now
sir.
the question which we were dubious about, which we were doubtful about, which we were skeptic about, now we know the exact reason. That what did we do wrong? Sir, because sir told me could option is very strong. Then also it's matching. Why is it wrong? So this is wrong just because of this reason, because we wanted the conclusion of two reports. So only after the two reports my answer will come. It cannot come before that. And that those lines are not important. Got my point, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Let's do question number eighth as well, generally because I can see the word may. I want to tell you about this word as well. I don't know whether this question would
Sir,
be. Yes, please.
sorry, before starting another question, we did the second question.
Yeah.
Uh, the word one, which is a mention, the word, yeah, like wonderful outcome one.
Hmm.
So, mostly in that question, what I am doing when I found the word wonderful outcome, I'm reading just two line before and two line after.
Hmm.
Sometime I'm getting my answer, but the thing is, when I need to read the whole paragraph, then I will be confused.
My dear Amanjeet ma'am, paragraphs are to make you understand the topic. Trust
Yeah.
me. And even after reading the whole topic, I can be wrong as well. So don't doubt yourself. Confidence is
Okay.
very important. These are like
Yeah.
two, three questions in the exam. Sometimes one would be difficult, two would be easy.
Okay.
So if you're doing out of three, if you're doing two right normally, by chance, if by
Mm-hmm.
chance two goes wrong someday, then it's fine. But normally, if you're out of three, you're doing two right. That's let's come to basics again, Amanjit ma'am. Your
Okay.
questions again. Let's come to basics again.
Yeah.
Five questions would be difficult.
Yes.
13 questions would be damn easy. Easy means direct. And four question gap in between. 13 to 17. Because 22 minus 5 is equal to 17. 13 are easy.
Yes.
4 to 5 questions will go with elimination method. With ease.
Yes, sir.
Like or basic understanding. Like question number 7. When I am in my top form of practice, I understand this logic that my answer would be in the last 2 3 lines. It cannot be before the studies. It cannot be before the conclusion, even if the whole line matches. So this is something,
Okay.
I don't know whether this makes you feel intrigued or not, but it makes me feel so excited. Oh my God, I learned the concept, and this concept is so very repeatable because every time I will have question of conclusion, I will see the last 3 4 lines nicely.
Yes, sir.
So that makes my job easy. So these are what I say strategies, concepts. So each question teaches us something.
Okay.
And your questions are very good, Amanjit ma'am. You are doing reading very nicely. You know, when you
Mm-hmm.
ask questions, even I
Yeah.
get to know whether you are practicing or not. So you're practicing fine. Like wonderful outcomes. I can't be sure I'm right about this. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
practice makes me feel better. They were talking
Yes.
about perspectives. They were talking about positive results. Wonderful outcome means again when you will see my vocabulary videos,
Yes, sir.
outcome out of the 10 vocabulary videos or 8 vocabulary videos, in 5 videos I would have repeat the word outcome. Outcome means result. Result means conclusion.
Yes, sir.
And in this only result word was given. Otherwise also, if you want to see from the outlook, suppose you don't have time in the final exam, outcome is equal to result done. Wonderful is equal to positive.
Yes, sir.
Why to worry? So if I
Yes.
have to bet on something, I will bet on this option only.
Okay, sir.
Wonderful positive. Result means outcomes. Paragraph I have read, they were talking about even the people who are doubtful. And especially in the co-op line, they said, first of all, baby comes, then mom comes, after 2 years, dad comes. Even if he's not sure, even then it works. So that means people having doubts, still it works.
Yes, sir.
That is wonderful outcome. So this was an easy question.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I will do question number 11 because I can see something really interesting over here, but I'm unable to read it just because there is my things again. This particular, I love Apple MacBooks. Sorry, strictly against the laptops. Okay. What, but now see, in this question number 11, what is the main word? Okay. Now you will learn a lot of things from this question as well. Trust me. And I'm not teaching you that after this class, don't feel like, oh yeah, sir will not be there. How would we do it? Please understand what I am doing. I am reading the question carefully. I am utilizing the right words, and then I am going to my paragraph to find the answer. Then I am comparing it because this is going to be the best question because I can see a comparative degree. Comparative degree means when there is a word then means comparison. If comparison is not given in the paragraph, this option is eliminated even without reading. I will let you know. The way that homeopathic remedies endanger more than just the user. So this option is saying not only the user, but it is also dangerous and danger. It is also dangerous. Homeopathic remedies are dangerous even not only for the user, but they're saying the way that homeopathic remedies endanger more than just the user, that this is not a comparison wala then, because they are saying more than just the user, that apart from the users it causing problem to others. This is what it option. It's not that comparison wala. Otherwise, this would have been a very good option. Means question to understand when there is any degree. Suppose if they say paracetamol is worse than this drug. In paragraph, if comparison is not given between the two drugs, this cannot be our answer. Eliminated straight away. In this case also, they are saying, but in this more than just the user, this is given in a different context. This is saying that apart from the user, it is also endangering other people around. Okay, let's see. Now, question number, what I wanted to say, coming back to what I wanted to say. Thank God I finally found the pencil at last. Hard work pays off. Now, no, I still don't know how to use it now. What was the question number? Question number 11. Okay.
11.
Now my question would be, what particularly ly word? This is the only word I will notice to make my life easy. It means in this paragraph there can be 3, 4 concerns or even 2 concerns for Professor Glasio. But my concern is what is particularly. Particularly means the most important concern he has. So now this will make my journey easy. Let's see. Read the question. Now read the paragraph. It should be in this paragraph, right? Glasio, hai na? Or it's given in the earlier paragraph as well. Glasio. No? Only this paragraph? Okay, this is the only paragraph. Okay. Let me make it large and let me make it little down. Okay. Given that the homeopathic medicines are by their nature incredibly, and this is the last question we are doing, then we will discuss if you would have any problems. But I just wanted to tell you the method. Okay, before completing this question, what are the main things we have learned today? First, most important thing as a part of strategy, what we have learned today.
Understand the question properly.
And
That's what I've understood, sir.
Okay. Maybe Smith, you came a little late, I guess. There was
And
one more important.
don't spend too much time on difficult questions. Just
difficult
leave it
question.
and do
The
next one.
most important strategy in
First
reading
easy.
in reading part
Do
A,
the
start
easy
from question
questions
number
first.
one. Start from question number one. Out of 1 to 7 questions, 4 questions would be easy, or 5 would be easy, 2 would be difficult. If you do all the 7 questions of part A, that means you are in trouble because your psychology is of panic today. You want to do all the questions correct, which is not possible. Maybe you will get 20 out of 20, but there is a technique to make 20 out of 20. First of all, you do easy questions. Then you go to question number 8 and question number 9. Why do we do 1 to 7 questions, ma'am? हम पहले 1 to 7 questions क्यों करते हैं? Why do we do 1 to 7 questions first?
To understand the paragraph clearly.
Ma'am, because 1 to 7 question has to be done in 1 to 1.5 minute. So we don't want to understand the paragraph completely. We just want to understand in the paragraph A, tetanus symptoms are given. In the paragraph B, wounds are given. How the wounds happen is given. In the paragraph C, vaccinations are given. In the paragraph D, dosage and other things are given. So we just take an idea. Now, when we reach to question number 8, if question number 8 says anything about dosage, then I directly go to question number D. Oh, paragraph D. If question number says anything about symptoms, I straight away go to A paragraph. If it says anything about complications, I straight away go to B paragraph. So it saves my time. Any doubt, please ask again. Please don't skip this method. Trust me, by this method, you can score 17 and 18 in the part A, then we don't have any problem in the reading. Total, we need 32. 32 if we divide by 2 is 16. So if you can score 18 in the part A, that means part A is more valuable than part B and C. Sometimes we need only 30 questions to pass. So if you score part A 18, then only 12 questions are left behind. That means part A carries 60% of the weightage of your reading, which people don't understand at all. Again, please don't go with the old psychology after this class. Please understand my things. Again, it's an experience of 12 years that I'm telling you. Part A is very, very important. And one person who is doing difficult questions in the part A in the first round only, he will not be able to finish it. Or always notice 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th questions are always easy. So that person will do 17th, 18th, 19th question in hurry and will miss it. Either will miss it or do it wrong. Otherwise, they were four short marks were there. That is where people lose marks. Now, when I say this, some people think, okay, then I will start with question number 8. Again, please understand the method. It's important to start with question number 1 to 7 because you start noticing the paragraphs. So when you go to question number 9, you think it is D, then you go to D, and if the answer is in D, you save your 5-10 seconds. So every question, if you save 5-10 seconds, it is more than 100 seconds. 100 seconds means 1.5 minute extra. What else do we need in the part A? Okay, don't miss it. Please, this was the most important thing I told you today. Again, I told you swimming is important. Then it can be in a difficult river. Then it can be difficult in terms of 13 feet, 6 feet, 2 feet. The main thing is the skill. In the same way for OET, main thing is the strategy. Strategy should never be forgotten if you want to pass easily. I'm not saying you will not pass if you will not follow. I'm saying it will make you an easy passage for your exam, for cracking your exam. It would be the easiest thing. 1 to 7 questions, 5 questions are easy. Part A, B, C, D, 8th, 9th, 10th question. Oh, it can be in the part B, it can be in the part D. Save time. If any question is difficult, leave it. Within 12 minutes, complete your exam. And then you would be having 4 5 questions. Out of these 4 5 questions, two questions would be of 1 to 7 only, in which you just have to write C A B C D, which now you have better idea because you have done all the fill in the blanks now. So two questions out of one will surely be correct just like that. So you will have ample time. Then 2 or 3 difficult questions. Out of these, at least if one gets fine, then you score 18. It's very simple calculation. And the same applies to part B and C. Anybody who does part B in 15 minutes, even if he does all the 6 questions right, the problem is that he will not be able to complete part B and C in 45 minutes. This is the most important thing. Part B also, 4 questions would be easy. Two only 4 questions. Two difficult questions which you have already read, but you are not sure. Leave it for a second. Then in the last, maybe just do B or C, whatever your heart says. But at least complete all the easy questions because again, 13 questions would be easy. No matter how difficult the exam is, 13 question would be easy. It can be that other 8 questions can be really difficult, 9 questions. But even if they are really difficult, दो तो तुक्का लगेगा ना. तो 13 plus 2, 15 तो anyhow we should achieve. Again, I tell you again and again. 15 questions तो 100% is possible in part B and C. So don't worry about very difficult questions. Just try to make your easy questions correct. It is the law of everything in this world. If you play cricket, sorry, you are majorly girls, but normally in cricket, what says, don't play difficult balls, just score on easy balls. If you do swimming, just take it easy. Don't do difficult things. Why? सो बेसिक्स को फॉलो करना है हम सब ने. और यही सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बेसिक्स हैं जो मैंने अब दोबारा रिपीट करके आपको बताया. फिर हम ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन करेंगे. फिर उसके बाद स्मिथ सर की बात बिल्कुल करेक्ट है दैट रीड द क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्योंकि हमने अभी अभी एक एग्जाम्पल में किया 7th क्वेश्चन में कि अगर क्वेश्चन भूल गए और आपने ऑप्शन को मैच कर दिया जैसे हमने 7th क्वेश्चन में किया, आप में से किसी ने मेरे को बोला ही नहीं सर 2 रिपोर्ट्स का कंक्लूजन ये थोड़ी है. आपको बोलना चाहिए था. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
समझो कि व्हेन यू आर डूइंग रीडिंग विदाउट मी, तो आप ऐसी बात अपने आप से करते ही नहीं. यू डोंट टॉक टू योर सेल्फ इन अ सिंपल वे कि यार ये तो कंक्लूजन हो ही नहीं, कंक्लूजन तो बाद में आएगा. हम पैराग्राफ के ऊपर वाली लाइन मैच कर रहे हैं, ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. और आपको ये मेरे को अगर आप अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, यू शुड हैव स्टॉप्ड मी देन एंड देयर ओनली. सर क्या बात कर रहे हो, व्हाई आर यू डूइंग दिस, ए कांट बी आवर आंसर बिकॉज ए इज समथिंग दैट इज स्पोकन बिफोर. So that will make your life easy, reading easy, and you will be able to score even 450. Okay, so now the last question we are doing. I will not take much of your time because I know time is precious for you all. So saving your time. But again, in this question also, whether it's difficult, I do right or wrong, my major words would be like even, more than, can, only ly word is very important. Only word should majorly be eliminated. Now I will read the B option. The mistaken view that homeopathic treatment can only do good. Do you think it can be right answer? That homeopathic treatment can only do good.
No.
But yes, this cannot be correct. But now when I read the overall line, this line is again a very different line. The mistaken view. That means there is a mistaken view that homeopathy treatment can only do good. So there are two negatives now making this sentence the most positive option. Again, let me make you understand. I don't know whether you understand, but I will try. Homeopathic treatments can only do good. Wrong. Negative. The mistaken view. Again a negative, positive. That means there is a mistaken view that homeopathic treatments can only do good. So this seems like correct. Yes. So what particularly concerns Professor Glasgow, that people sometimes believe that homeopathy can only be the right thing. So this seems like a very good option now. Can you realize, please? Any doubt, please you can ask me. Do you
Yes,
understand what I am
समझ में
saying?
आया,
Yes, sir,
समझ में
yes.
आया.
नहीं समझ आया? स्मिथ सर देखो, अगेन क्वेश्चंस चलते हैं. व्हाट पर्टिकुलरली कंसर्न्स प्रोफेसर क्लास्को?
यस
व्हाट इज
सर, बोला समझ में आ गया सर
ओके
मेरे
सॉरी.
को.
ठीक है, सॉरी, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड यार. माय जॉब इज टू मेक यू हैप्पी गाइस, एंड आई लव
या
दिस थिंग.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर.
I honestly love it. It's not only to say, but I mean it. Okay, so this paragraph. Given that homeopathies are very true by their nature, incredibly dilute, and some might argue diluted this and this. Now, first two lines I don't have to even read by chance, because my question is about glassio, glacizo, whatever the name is. Professor Ploss, chair of NN homeopathy working with, says that while the financial cost is one harm, potentially more harmful, potentially more harmful means that now financial cost cannot be my answer. Because my question was what particularly concerns. Particularly means most concerning thing. So he's saying financial cost is one harm, potentially more harmful than the non-financial cost associated with missed out on effective treatments. That means people do not take effective treatments. That is the problem with the homeopathy that Glassio feels is that when people take homeopathy treatment, they don't take allopathic treatment. So that is the problem that he is facing. It is just a cold. I'm not too worried. He says, if it is just a cold, I'm not too worried that people don't take other treatment. But if it is for a serious illness, you may not be taking disease modifying treatments. Potentially more harmful are the known financial cost associated with missing out. The problem is that people are only believing in homeopathy, then they don't take regular treatment. That is the problem he is having. So my first answer becomes this, that people only take homeopathy medications, they stop taking other treatment. That is what he is concerned about. If it is just a cold, I'm not too worried. But if it is a serious illness, you may not be taking disease modifying treatments. And most worrying, now this becomes even better. Now, this line should have my answer. Most worrying is things like HIV, which affect not only you, but people around you. This is a particular concern with homeopathy vaccines, he says, which jeopardize the herd immunity, the immunity of a significant proportion of the population, which is crucial and containing. So what do you think should be the answer now? आप सबको समझ आया? Most concerning क्या था? What was the most concerning? Let me read again. That if it is thing like HIV, it will affect not only you but people around you. That means more than you. Are you getting my points, guys?
यस सर.
So
Yes,
answer
sir.
is C.
So I think it's C, but again, in reading you can never be sure. But I think now let's read the options. Why to get into the conclusion too early? The risk to the patients on relying on homeopathic vaccinations. No, nothing like that. The mistaken view that homeopathic treatments can only do good. That can also be the answer, that people are mistaken. So they don't take allopathic. But that was the second concern. That was not, again, that was the second concern, na? That people don't take other treatments. The main concern is that people, it affect more than just yourself. So C should be the answer. That's what I feel. Yeah. So C should be the answer. Let's check it if we are going in the right direction. Yeah. C. Here it is. Are you guys okay? Are you understanding my points? So this is what we need to improve.
Yes,
What
sir.
Yes,
and
sir.
the whole of the scenario was changed by the word what particularly concern. So even before reading the paragraph, I knew there will be two, three concerns. And he said more even more worrying is this. Then you said potentially more harmful is this. But then he said the most worrying is this only. So if the last would have been not given, then even B option was correct. That is where two options are correct, like the question number 7. Even A is correct, but it is not given at the right place because the question was different. In this also, the question was this, that it is endangering more than just the user. And whereas B option is saying homeopathy can do, this is also correct. But that was the second major concern where people were, when they were taking this treatment, they were missing out on effective treatment. So they feel that, homeopathy can only do good. We don't need other medications. So they are missing out on the effective treatment. This was the second best option. Understood, guys?
Sir, I have one question
Yes,
for
sir.
you.
Yeah, now it's all about your questions, ma'am. You can ask me all the questions,
Uh,
everything.
yeah, sir, as you said about the comparison, like degree more
Comparison, yes.
comparison. Yeah. So, as you said, if the comparison is given in the options and it's not given in the para, then you can easily eliminate the option. So, as this is the last questions, as you explained, so just can you show it again?
Okay.
Because, yeah, in the options there will be comparison, but in the para,
Okay.
how,
Let 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 us
yeah,
let us see maybe if there is any question of comparison. In this, there was no comparison. Did you get that point? In
yeah,
this question, there
yeah,
was no
yeah,
comparison. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, there was
Yeah.
no any comparison
Here
in
it
the
is. Here,
para.
here it
Yeah.
is.
Hmm.
It may have more potential than electric. What do we learn about the experiment that made use of light? What do we learn about the experiment that made use of that there was an experiment in which light
Hmm.
was used? What do we learn from it? Okay. It may have more potential than electrical stimulation. Yes, this will. And now this option is that question which I love to teach because they have got answers. It can easily be replicated in humans. Can word
Yeah.
easily, but ly word is also given.
LY vertices. Yeah.
It worked as well as could be expected. It works as well as could be expected. Maybe it works according to expectation. Maybe it may have more potential than. So this is comparison. That means
Hmm.
what do we learn about the experiment that made that this experiment has more potential than electrical stimulation. It required more complex surgery than previous. That means there should be a comparison of
Hmm.
previous experiment and surgery. So this is the perfect example that we want to discuss. I
Okay.
need to know about question number 20th. Where is it? I need the word light. Normally, though, I will go in a flow, so I will find the word. Where is the word light?
Light is there, sir. Yeah.
The
Electrical
The
second
stimulation.
second.
paragraph.
Electrical stimulation is there, though. It was
Yeah.
question number 20th. So 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th,
20.
20. So it should be in the last third paragraph anyhow. Light source is given in the last second paragraph, है ना?
Yes, yes, sir. Light
But
source. Second last.
But I think I have to read this paragraph as well to understand the story. But let's read first this. Okay. Because electrical stimulation is given in the above paragraph. I don't find electrical stimulation in this paragraph.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's the paragraph in the
Yeah,
first
that's the
line.
upper.
In the
Yeah.
first line,
However,
it's using a
Yeah,
light.
okay.
however,
So,
this thing.
however, these techniques will not work for the stroke patients. And now, when sometimes there are questions like, what do you mean by this? So, every this means the last line. So, I have to read the last line. I'm sorry, but this is how it goes. So, the last line will tell me what is the meaning of this. When the patient thought about closing his own or hand, the newly targeted muscle would contract and generate an electrical signal, driving movement of the prosthetics. Okay, they are talking about some prosthetic thing. When the patient thought okay about closing his hand, the newly targeted muscle contracted. Okay, newly targeted muscle contracted, electric signal driving movement on the prosthetic. So the prosthetic was moving with the help of the thought. That is the main thing. Okay. However, technique, okay, sorry, again this touch. However, this technique won't work for the stroke patients like Kathy Hutchinson. So some researchers are skipping directly to the brain. Okay. In principle, this should be straightforward because signals from the specific parts of the body go to specific part of the brain. So basically, stroke patients it will not work, something like that. Scientists should be able to create sensation of touch or proprioceptions in the limb by directly activating the neurons that normally receive the. However, with electrical stimulation, okay, so they're talking about some this paragraph. Now, this is a kind of a paragraph I will not like to do in the round one because this is a tough paragraph to read. So if it is an easy direct answer, then I will do it. Otherwise, I will keep this question for later on. This is how you judge. When you are giving extra energy, you should realize that we should not give extra energy in the first shot. But yeah, generally, if sometimes the answers are direct, so I'm reading it just like that, just like exam. Scientists should be able to create sensations of the touch or purpose in the limb by directly activating the neurons that normally receive those signals. However, with electrical stimulation, all the neurons close to electrode strips are activated. However, electrical stimulation में all the neurons are stimulated. Close to electrode strip are activated. So indiscriminately means equally. Indiscriminately means there is no discrimination. So please understand these words. LY words again, very important to notice. So all the neurons equally activate. So even if I had the sharpest needle in the universe that could create unintended effects, a neuroengineer, for example, an attempt to create sensation in one finger might produce sensation in the other hand as well. So he's saying sensation would be all over. Am I reading this right paragraph? I think I'm somewhere on the wrong.
सर उसके नीचे वाला पैराग्राफ है.
Okay. Numenko and
Yeah.
other researchers are therefore okay. Now I got the point. So earlier they were talking about the electric stimulation. Now they are saying Numenko and otherwise therefore using the light in place. Why they are using the light? Generally asking. What was the problem in the electrical stimulation? What was the problem in the electrical stimulation? That all the electrode trips were activated indiscriminately. So even if they were pointing one finger, all the hand was getting the sensation. So that was the problem. It was spreading throughout the hand, whereas they just wanted one finger. Nimco and other researchers therefore start using light in place of electricity to activate highly specific groups of neurons. So the main thing is that they want to target specific groups and recreate a sense of touch. They trained a monkey to remove its hand from a pad when it vibrated. Okay, they trained a monkey to remove its hand when it vibrated. When the team then stimulated the part of its brain that receives tactile information from the hand with a light source implanted on its skull, the monkey lifted its hand off the pad about 90% of the time. So 90% of the time monkeys. The use of such technique in humans is still probably 10 to 20 years away, but it is a promising strategy. I haven't found anything to be honest. I need to understand what options are given. What do we learn? It can easily be replicated in humans. Can it be easily replicated? It will take
No,
10 to
sir.
10 to
We
20
didn't
It
talk
will
years.
take
about that.
probably 10 to
No, no,
20
no. It will
years
take 10
to
to 20 years. So eliminated.
Yeah.
100%
eliminate.
eliminated. It worked as well as it expected. Does it say it works as per the expectations? Nothing like that, I guess.
No.
90% it
No, sir.
says.
90%?
No.
It says about like hand off the pad about
Monkey
90% of the
ones.
time.
Okay,
Monkey
yeah,
bird.
sir, we can consider this option. It may have more potential than electric stimulation. Did it do comparison? Now, this is what it is.
No.
They were saying because that thing was not working,
Mm.
so that is why other researchers therefore using light in place of electricity. So it looks like in comparison, but I don't think so. There is any direct comparison given.
No, it's not direct comparison
Hmm.
in that, sir.
Huh? But it is a
Hmm.
tough question though. But that is why I say comparison means it should there should have been but therefore word is given. That's why I am feeling like comparison. Let me read again. For example, an attempt to one finger. Nikum and others are therefore using light. Comparison to given. That's why they are using light. So that's when they are, but they are not saying better. Better word is not there, but have more potential. Maybe it can be one of the good options. And may word is also given, no?
Yeah.
But they
So,
haven't explained about comparisons or any.
sir, comparison is
Yeah.
already there. Let me read again for you. Maybe we are not noticing it. An attempt to create sensation might produce sensation in other parts of hand as well. Other researchers are therefore using light. So they're connecting the dots. They're saying that's why they're using the light.
So we can consider therefore as a
I
connection.
really feel like yeah, therefore is the word that
Okay.
if therefore would not have been given, then there was no comparison.
Okay.
So it may have more potential, I don't know. It required more complex surgery than previous experiment. This is not the answer. Comparison is not given. Now I don't understand option B. It worked as well as could be expected. This also I don't feel it worked well as well as could be expected. Right? To activate the hands, they trained a monkey on its hand. When the team stimulated the part receives the burn, the monkey lifted its hand off the pet. So about 90% of the time it worked. So it worked. The use of such techniques is but it is oh, yes, this now I understand the option. B is a better answer, but C can also be there, but B I will choose. Why? Because all the words are matching. 90% of the time monkey lifted the ham, so that means it worked well as could be expected in humans, but it is a promise. The use of such techniques in the humans is 20 far away, but it is a promising strategy. That means it could work. Could be expected का मतलब could be expected in humans after 10 to 20 years. So both are equally good. I will go with
Hmm.
B, but C is also not a bad option. But yeah,
So
because
I would
C,
go with B as well.
you will go with B, but C can also be the answer. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm also going with B because it worked well. Yes, 90% it worked well. And also,
That's
it is expected to work well in humans because it is a promising strategy after 10 to 20 years. So I'm also going with B because all the words are matching. But if B is not given, sir, then C is also not a bad option because may word is given. May is a word of
hmm.
probability and it had more potential. Potential means future, but does it say anything about future? It does not say any about potential though. So yeah,
So
let's stick to B
may
only.
I,
Yes, please.
sir, what I'm thinking about, like, they are saying about the potential
Hmm.
expected something like, but they
Hmm.
haven't tried on human yet.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not considering the answer C. That's why I'm going on a B.
Okay. But sir, but let me see the answer. Then I will explain you. See
It's C.
what says sir now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I've understood. That's why I've gone.
No, no,
I'm
no. Sir,
going with B.
it's not about understanding. What we are trying to resolve that is something like this comes in exam. How would we do that? Now,
Hmm.
that is what I'm about to tell you. May word is very important. One thing. Second thing, when before you, I was also considering B and I'm still considering B. But when you were talking to me, I could find a different reason. It may have more potential. That means in the future, that means after 10 to 20 years.
Okay, sir. Yeah, I've got it.
When you were saying, then I could realize it may have potential after 10 to 20 years in humans as well as compared to electrical stimulation. And the problem was then, but then therefore word was the main thing. Therefore, they used light. They trained a monkey. Monkey lifted the hand. The use of such techniques in the humans is still probably word covers the may.
Yes, sir, I've got it now.
I'm not doing reading regularly these days, and it happens with everybody. That's why reading is so important to be practiced. But now, when I'm revising it after checking the answer, I'm noticing the word probably. That means may. Potential, yes. In the future, yes. Comparison, because this was not giving them the right result, therefore they used it. So it has more potential in the future.
One more thing, sir, which I learned from this question, it's like mostly I'm looking for only one paragraph for the one question.
Hmm.
So that means you need to read every paragraph concentratedly
Ma'am,
to find a.
Amanjit, ma'am, this depends upon the word. Why did I read it? Because in again, it's very simple. Again, this is no
Yeah, the
rocket science.
technique one question
Yeah, there is no
yeah,
rocket science because in this I was not finding the word electrical stimulation.
electrical stimulation.
Yeah, my question again had the word electrical. My option had the word electrical stimulation.
Okay.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So I had to consider that option, na. That's why I had to understand the prior, and also I start. Otherwise, so ma'am, you will be reading the paragraph anyhow because you will
Yes, sir.
not start from question number 20, na. You will start from question number 15.
Yes, sir.
In my case, I started with question number 20. That's why I had to go back. So one, it can be easily replicated. Ly word eliminated. May word still persisted. And seriously, these days again, I'm not teaching regularly. That's why I missed the word probably. Probably always means may, might, can.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know, B option was also good, but there must be some reason which again, it worked well. It worked. First of all,
Like we think regarding that option, like regarding the monkey, because
Hmm.
90% they said, so we just concentrate on that bit. So that's why we was like, yes, that can be the answer.
Yeah, again, sometimes mind works that way. And I did not in the initial stages when I was saying no, I don't want to consider this option. Then Spitzer said maybe. Then I thought okay, I should consider, and then you get into the loop. But normally, when you are on your own, you think because that is how mind works. But again,
Yes, sir.
notice the word may, notice the word probably, notice this is what we learn. Even if by chance I have done this question wrong, but the next time when I would be doing this question, I won't do it wrong. The thing is that whether you learn from your mistakes or not, whether you do things in a hurry and let it go, or whether you are like me, don't do 20 questions, do 10 questions, but learn from them. Remember them. What mistakes did you commit and improve them? That is a better idea. That's why I say, suppose if you're doing 22 questions, just imagine if you're doing 22 questions of reading, suppose somebody tells me I have to travel 20 kilometers on a cruise every day in the sea. Just understand. And I don't know the direction where I need to go. I don't know the right technique even. And I daily go 22 kilometers in the sea. Sometimes in this direction, sometimes in that direction. What will happen? Wastage of
Yeah.
time, wastage of fuel, wastage of energy. Whereas if I travel only 10 kilometers a day, but I know that is my direction, I will travel far. I will travel more. I will be more positive because I know what I am doing. That is why it is so important to be planned. And that is what Dr. BKM's lecture is all about. I don't go for questions. I go for what is the technique, what is the strategy. Again, 1 to 7. Again, telling you 100 million times. Because this is what I know will make you pass. 1 to 7 questions. 5 would be easy. 8th, 9th, if 10th is difficult, leave it. 11th is difficult, leave it. Even if 10th, 11th, 12th is difficult, leave it. Don't worry. We will come back. But first, wrap up your parts. Same applies to part B and C. If anything is difficult, let it go. Don't overthink. Don't waste time. Means थोड़ा सा सोचो because you have got 2 minutes. 2 मिनट तो आप सोच सकते हो. But if you're wasting 3-4 minutes, like part B, if you're doing 6 questions in 15 minutes, that means you have taken 2.5 minutes. That's problem.
Yeah.
That means your exam today is not gonna be
Then it
that
should
good.
be not come. Yeah. Then that will be not completed in 45 minutes.
Yes, it will never be.
So
And
that was the
and
problem
again,
actually
if
during
you're
my
really good
exam.
in reading, if you're really good in reading, then you might score 350, 370. But what if you're bad? Then it's wrong. And what if you follow the technique? And if you're already good, maybe you will get 450. That is what technique does.
So, last
Yeah,
question,
correct.
particularly concern.
Hmm.
So, on that paragraph, like obviously you find the answer before, but on the last line there was this is a particular concern, that
Hmm.
line. So,
Hmm.
because obviously we will find the answer, but when we will that read that last line, then we can be confused. Okay,
नहीं
sir.
ये again Amanjeet, very good question. Trust me, it's a very good question. Now let me tell you again. Let me tell you the basics, please.
Yeah.
In this part, when you realized when I read this particular paragraph in the start, I
Yes.
said, however, this technique. What did I say? This technique means that would be given here in the last line.
Yes, sir.
So this technique was stimulation of electrodes implanted in the upper arms when monkey was thinking, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, my dear, this word is always in the previous line. This is a particular concern with the homeopathic vaccine. Means this word was basically for this. Most worrying is HIV,
Yes,
will
sir.
not which affect only, but people around, but also people around you. This is a particular concern with the homeopathic vaccines as well. Means ultimately this word is going to the last line.
Okay, sir.
Are you
Got it.
getting my point?
Got it.
And
Yeah.
and also there is one more thing, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
They were worried about glacio. So the
Yes,
last
sir.
line is not said by glacio.
They said he says.
Okay, sorry. This is a particular concern with he says harm which jeopardize the herd immunity. But anyhow, the last line herd immunity was not given anyhow in the options. Was
No,
it
no,
given?
yeah.
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 So
The thing
first,
is,
hmm,
here
hmm.
when obviously when we're doing the elimination method, yeah, so we will like we find that option, but then we start thinking about where I can find the herd immunity, you getting
If
that worrying in
ma'am,
your mind.
trust me, if herd immunity or something like that would have been given, I would have considered which one is better out of these two.
Yes, sir.
But
So
majorly,
if that's not given, then yeah.
majorly this word I normally relate with the previous line. Always.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Let's take the last example, the next paragraph. Dad will follow, and even though he's not, he's only there reluctantly, we got wonderful. This cannot be explained. So this means wonderful outcomes.
Yes, sir.
It
Yeah,
only goes to the
that's
previous
how
one.
I'm doing, that one question like wonderful outcome, the
Yeah.
word. So that's why I will read the before one line and after that one line. So
Hmm.
just connect with that bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sir, and
The person who
yeah.
is good at English will normally do so, na? If in Hindi or Punjabi, I would say, uh, this ये वाला मोबाइल इज बेट ये वाला मोबाइल इज बेटर देन दिस मोबाइल. ये चीज के बारे में मैं बात मतलब ये मतलब दिस कंपैरिजन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट.
Yes,
सो
sir.
दिस गोज लाइक दैट.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay,
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
Thank you very much, guys, and thank you for having the class. I hope you enjoyed,
Thank
and
you very much, sir.
Sir,
mostly I
really
believe
we
you learned.
enjoyed.
Thank you so
Really
much,
we
sir.
We
enjoyed. And
enjoyed.
sir,
Sir,
one
keep
more
doing
Very
this
much,
question.
like,
sir.
please.
One more
I
question,
will
sir.
try to do it twice in a week. Trust me, I will surely make it a habit. Earlier, I used to
Yeah,
have
I've
the
Sir, I
habit. I
want
already.
will
to
make
just,
it a habit.
referral questions strategy from you. Need a referral question strategy.
Referral questions are what, like, just give me an example, a small
These
example.
and they, these dark,
Ma'am,
yeah.
referral question, one of the question we have done of this. Mostly this is
Uh,
the referral question. So that means this
uh,
would be in the previous line. But we will do some questions. I
yeah.
will try and arrange the class very soon.
And
But
sir,
that
please
is like,
also post a video in, YouTube. We are actually honestly see your video and, learn from them also. So,
yeah,
for
and
last
there
long,
would be many questions in those videos as well. Just when I say,
yeah.
how do you pronounce your name?
Chintal,
Chintal, ma'am. Whenever
Chintal,
Chintal, Cheetal,
yeah. Chintal.
Chintal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so
I will
sorry.
try and learn better. See, what I wanted to say is, each and every, like today's class, most
Hmm.
probably I will put it on the YouTube as well. But each and every class has been taken by this effort only, and these are uploaded
Yeah.
on YouTube. Why do we then, sir? Why do we need coaching from you when you have posted and you have not put even a lock on your videos? I don't know what kind of a stupid businessman you are. The thing is that
Hmm.
it requires trust,
Yeah.
and trust always pampers in the present. Suppose if today I have taken your class and teacher tells you the same things, so you believe it more. And in the final exam, we have a we have a possibility of rebounds. Matlab, even if you will practice my videos, you will see my videos, you will not be able to trust them that much. When you actually take coaching, then you trust the institute, and then
Yeah.
you relate to it, and then you know this is my method. Matlab, I've learned professionally from them. The videos are also
Yeah.
equally good. If you can trust them without me, that's wow. But there is a tendency of rebound in the exam because we are in the anxiety stage. Our subconscious mind takes over our conscious mind. So that is where we need the confirmation, affirmations every day. कि चिंतल, you don't have to do like that. I told you. आज की बात से
Hmm.
भी आपका मेथड नहीं चेंज होगा। जब मैं ये बात आपको 10 बार बोल लूंगा वीडियो के थ्रू या डेली क्लास के थ्रू, नहीं मैम ऐसा
Daily.
नहीं करना, 1 to 7 करने हैं, 1 to 7 करने हैं।
Hmm.
कुछ बच्चे ऐसा कहने के बाद भी 8 से ही करेंगे।
Got
तो
it.
उनका इलाज नहीं है मेरे पास, लेकिन हाँ,
Yeah.
जब जब हमारे स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं वो मेजरली इस बात को समझते हैं कि हमने सर पे
Hmm.
बिलीव किया था, सर से कोचिंग इसलिए ली थी क्योंकि ये नहीं कि सर ने कहा था और हमें इंप्रेसिव वे में समझाया था, बट उसका
Hmm.
रैशनैलिटी और लॉजिक भी दिया था कि 1 to 7 से हमें पता लग जाता है ए में ये दिया, बी में ये दिया, सी में ये दिया, डी में ये दिया।
Hmm.
तो जब 8th
Yeah.
क्वेश्चन करते हैं, 10th क्वेश्चन करते हैं, 20th करते हैं, 17th करते हैं, तो हमें पता लगता रहता है, हमारा टाइम बचता है।
Yes, yes, sir.
सो देन इट मेक्स
Got
एवरीथिंग
it.
लॉजिकल। That is
Yeah.
how it happens.
The thing is, sir, when we talk with you, obviously you giving the idea that obviously boost our confidence, and that is really helpful for doing that study.
Surely, ma'am, I just want to be as regular. I would try to be at least couple of
Yeah,
times in a
sir.
week again.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank
sir,
you.
bottom of
Please, sir.
our heart, really thanks
Thank you,
a
Smith
lot.
sir.
A big thanks to you.
Thank you, Chintal ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you, everybody.
yeah,
Each and every one of you has also invested time, so I'm thankful equally to you guys as well.
yeah,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
And please
Thank you
arrange
very
such
much.
kind of classes for us. Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank you
your
so much.
precious
Take care.
time for us.
Thank you. It means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thanks
Have
a
And
a
there
lot.
great
is
day
one
to
thing
you.
when I teach now, I'm in such happy moods that good thoughts come to me. Like when you said thank you for the precious time, then I was considering if I don't take this lecture, I don't feel precious even.
Thank you.
So that
That's
is how
why I
the
told
life
you
is.
take a class, such
Because
kind
you
of
didn't,
class.
because you
Yeah,
didn't give the
Good
exactly.
class
for
for a
us as
long
well,
time.
sir.
We was
Yeah,
waiting
so
for
I don't
that.
feel like precious anymore. When I take the class, I feel precious.
Yeah. So please stick for us. So it's an
Okay.
amazing time with you, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you so much,
much.
guys. We'll see you. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you so
Yeah.
Yeah,
much.
Bye,
Thank
sir.
yeah.
you.
Bye,
Have a
sir.
nice day,
Thank
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
you.
Bye
Thank you
bye.
Have a
so
Bye.
much.
nice day,
Thank
sir. Have a
you.
nice
Thank you.
weekend. Bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.